welcome to UC Today. I'm Susie Harrison, Senior Content Editor, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Jamie Wien, who is Chief Architect at Syme. So thanks for joining me, Jamie.
Hi, yeah, lovely to be here.
So we're hurtling towards the end of another busy year in the UC world. So I think now's a great time to reflect on some recent events and also have a little think about what we might expect in the year ahead. So I know you guys were at Microsoft Ignite recently. What were some of the key highlights and announcements from that event that you think were most interesting or impactful for Syme and for your customers?
Yeah, okay, so there was so much happening at Ignite this year. I think the main highlight is that, the show was pretty much a Copilot show. Like everything was around Copilot and AI and how that was being integrated across the whole suite of Microsoft services, solutions, technology, software. So I think over the next year we can see, Copilot is definitely going to be a huge focus, going to continue to be a huge focus for Microsoft. And the tools and the capabilities there are going to get a lot more powerful. There was a big focus on extending that capability beyond it being just a personal assistant to help you with personal knowledge management, data retrieval, support on your day-to-day basis, and pivoting more into supporting business processes as well as that personal assistant. So one of the key new words that came out of Ignite for Microsoft is agentic. So there's going to be a big shift in terms of Copilot becoming more agent based, and those agents supporting business processes. There's also lots of new announcements. So there's going to be an entirely or an updated UI for Teams, which is going to, I think, quite dramatically change the look and feel of the Teams client. They're combining the chat and the Teams-based channel views into a single combined view. So it's more easy to find all of the current activity that's happening and not lose stuff because it's hidden in different tabs. So that's going to start rolling out now across various tenants. So that's going to be a bit of a change, a bit of a shift. I know that there's going to be lots of customers, lots of organisations out there that are going to need a bit of support with that, because it's going to change the interface. It's going to change the way that people use Teams. So user adoption and training is going to need to be updated, and new guidance issued for users on how to get the most out of that new user interface. So yeah, lots of cool stuff happening.
So picking up on that Copilot and AI piece, and obviously you've mentioned about agentic AI, which we've been seeing really bubbling up here at UC Today. So what Microsoft's doing with their agents and Copilot, how do you think that represents a shift in how organisations are more generally going to be leveraging AI going forward?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be quite a significant shift. We've seen certainly over the last 12 to 18 months, organisations, it can be a challenge to get their head around AI and how to integrate AI into their business and how to get the most out of it. And organisations have been on a really steep learning curve there. I think with the introduction of agents, that learning curve is actually getting steeper for businesses. So it's hugely powerful, but it also represents a bit of a challenge for organisations to understand what it means for them and how they can get the best out of it. I've had a number of people that talk to me about this and try and explain it in different ways. I think the best way that I've seen of trying to get your head around agents and how they work and how they fit into this AI ecosystem is to think of Copilot almost like your mobile phone. So it's your interface into the AI world. It's where you go. It provides a whole bunch of core functionality that's relevant to you and helps you on your day-to-day basis. So yeah, Copilot is the phone. Agents represent the apps on the phone. So if you think about your phone, you would install an app when you want to do a specific task. It's either a banking task, or it's a shopping list task, or you install an app to do a function, right? And that's exactly the same concept with agents. So agents are going to be almost app-based AI tools that you can go to complete a specific task within your work ecosystem. So that could be supporting you with line of business, it could be supporting the sales function or the finance function, or any number of different functions across your business. I think the challenge that we're going to see is getting sufficient understanding of that concept that organizations know how to maximize the use of it and see the potential for it and find all of those opportunities. So it's like, hey, I could build an agent here that sits here and does this for these people to help them with this task or this application, or analyze this set of data, or automate this business process that we've got. So there's huge power there, but again, it's another step change in terms of ways of thinking and ways of working that businesses are going to have to adopt as we go through this rapid change of workplace practices.
Sure. And I know some of the new Microsoft Teams features are AI powered. I know they mentioned the meeting facilitator and also translation capabilities. How do you see customers benefiting from those?
So yeah, great. They're great additions, I think, to the Teams ecosystem. So if I talk a little bit about the functionality first, so the Teams meeting facilitator is like having someone sat in your meeting taking notes, helping you keep meetings on task. So it's an agent that you add into your Teams meeting. It sits there in the meeting as an additional participant. It can take meeting notes, it can advise you on flow and make sure that you're sticking to the agenda. The meeting notes that it creates, everybody else in the meeting can collaborate on and can update dynamically. So it's taking the AI capability that we've had in meetings for a little while with things like intelligent recap in Teams Premium and Copilot, where they're just providing meeting summaries. It's taking it to that next level and providing you with a more interactive AI agent in those meetings to help keep those meetings on task and facilitate better, more productive meetings. So really cool. The translation agent is next level stuff. It's like we had demos of it at Ignite. It's like Star Trek right now. It's really cool. It allows you to translate audio in real time to a number of different languages. So if you've got participants sat on a meeting, all speaking different native languages, maybe your English isn't that great, you prefer to listen in your native language, you can switch the audio that you hear just for you to a different language. It takes the agent a little while to work out what language is being spoken and then start the translation. But when it starts that translation, you hear whatever the remote speaker is saying, but you hear it in the language of your choice. It's super powerful. What's even more cool, though, is that it's doing that using the tone, the voice, the inflections of the speaker. So it's not like you're hearing some artificial computer voice speaking Spanish or Japanese or whatever. You're hearing the remote participant's voice speaking that language, which means that you get to stay connected to that person. It's much more personal. Really, really powerful feature. I've spoken to a number of people that have previously been using the transcription or captions on meetings, and they find that actually using the translation agent much more engaging because they're not having to read the words at the bottom of the screen. It means they can maintain eye contact. It's much easier to stay engaged visually with the video and what's happening, or the screen sharing that people are doing. So it makes for a much more engaging meeting than using captioning or transcription software.
I love things like that because obviously we're working in technology and see these new things every day, but things like that come along and you're actually like mind blown.
Absolutely, yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be really interested to see how that works when it rolls out.
Yeah, so I think the estimate is it's rolling out Q1, Q2 next year, so coming to a tenant near you soon.
Okay, be Sounds like fun to play with, even if you don't have everybody in the meeting speaking different languages.
Absolutely. I can't wait to. I join a lot of internal sales calls. Flicking that to Mandarin is just going to be so fun for 5 minutes. I think possibly some of my sales guys might make more sense in Mandarin.
Well, we can try and see, can't we? So based on the analytics and insights that Microsoft Places provides, how are you seeing your clients rethink and optimize their sort of hybrid working strategies?
Yeah, so I think like Places is a really cool addition to the Teams Premium ecosystem, and I think that Teams Premium license is becoming more and more valuable, and representing really good value to customers now. Places is going to add a whole new dynamic, and it's a big product, but it really allows organisations to look at how they're managing their hybrid work experience, and how people are getting the most out of the physical office, and helping users understand when's the right time to come into the office. So integrating Places into kind of like the AI capability that we've now got with Copilot, we're going to see Places make smart recommendations to users on when is the right time to come in to work, when they should be working remote, when colleagues are in the office. It's going to give them the ability to book desks, and meeting rooms within the office that meet their work preferences. So there's lots more capability to search for meeting rooms based on the equipment in the room, the capability, and how many seats, and all of those kind of things. So really enables that kind of like better flexible working. From an organisation perspective and a facilities perspective, Places is also capturing loads of really valuable data about utilisation of that workplace. So it allows you to see which meeting rooms are being used when. And this isn't just based off calendar, it's also based off, the sensors that are in a room. So we can, if you've got rooms with Teams room systems in them, when you walk into those rooms, the sensors in the room will pick up that there's people in the room, there's participants there, and it will track that usage as well. So from a facilities perspective, you can see how the spaces are being used, what spaces are the most popular, and that allows you to rework your office based on that usage information. So really valuable. I think we're going to see that enable organisations to make much better use of their physical office space going forwards.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that now that's become the norm way of working, post-pandemic, that we're really seeing the technology level up and also, spur us forward. So it sounds like it was an amazing event, and 2025 is going to bring us lots of exciting Microsoft-based new features. So yeah, looking forward to keeping track of it all. So thank you, Jamie, for joining me today and introducing us to these new systems. And also thank you to our viewers for joining us. Please do like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this conversation. And of course, keep an eye on uctoday.com for more stories like these. So thank you, Jamie, and thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.